Hello and welcome to the In Focus series of Drishti IS. I'm Ritu and today's session is about what FSSI has recommended to the quick commerce platforms. And this session is important for your GS 3 perspective. Moving towards the points of discussion part. So first of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss briefly about the FSSI, then we are going to discuss about that what regulation it has given and the food measures, then surveillance related to the food measures, and then we are going to discuss practice question prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. Moving towards the news part. So before moving to the news part, I want to make an important announcement for you. As you already know that Drishti IAS has several branches across the country and Drishti IAS has started its IAS Foundation course, and this is exclusively for the English medium. So in Indore, we can see that the batch has been already begun by 13th of November, 3:30 p.m. And in Karol Bagh, Delhi, the batch will start by 26th November, 6 p.m. And if you want to know more information about such classes, you can call on to this number 8010440440. I will repeat 8010440440. And if you are staying nearby, you can also visit to the offline centers. Coming to the news part. So a food regulator, FSSI, has suggested few points to the quick platforms, which is Blinkit, Zepto, who delivers things that there should be guidelines of related to the shelf life and expiry date. So this news which we are going to cover up in today's session, that what recommendation it has given. So coming to the another aspect of it, so we can see that first of all we are going to discuss about the FSSI. So what it is? So it is an autonomous statutory body established under the Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. And what are its functions? So its function is to frame regulation to lay down the standards and guidelines of the food safety, and also granting FSSI's food safety license and certification for food businesses, laying down procedures and guidelines for laboratories in food businesses, to provide suggestion to the government in framing the policies, to collect data regarding the contaminants in food products, identification of emerging risks and introduction of rapid alert system, creating an information network across the country about the food safety, promote general awareness about food safety and food standard. So by reading and by knowing their functions, what we can know about that, it is a regulatory body related to the food safety, related to the general awareness related food. It provides license to the various platforms, label to the various platforms. It checks the level of the food. It visits to the laboratories. So this is very important. We need such kind of regulations, and in our country we have such kind of regulation so that food safety of the people should not be compromised. Now we'll come to that what regulation it has suggested. So it has mandated for e-commerce food platforms. So there should be the minimum shelf life requirements, and the shelf life is of the 30%. So what is shelf life here? So if any products which is suitable for the consumption, so that is called as shelf life, and days before expiry at the time of delivery. So how many days we need? So we need 45 days before expiry. Suppose that you have ordered cake or any kind of food items from any food delivery app or any kind of quick commerce platforms, just like we have Instamart, we have this Zomato, we have this various Blinkit, Zepto. So if you have ordered any food item, so you must check that the person who had delivered, the company who have delivered you, it should have the expiry date of 45 days. So if they are giving you a 30 days expiry date, you can return to them and you can also claim to them, and the shelf life should be the 30%. And nutritional information standards, so it has suggested that nutritional information standards should be written in bold, and you can say it can be displayed in the larger font so that the consumer can read it properly, that what are the nutritional benefits we can get from one product, and accurate product claims. So there must have the description online align with the label and adhere to the FSSAI's labeling and display regulation to avoid misleading information. So it says that there should be the label of FSSAI, that you are following the norms and standards of FSSAI, so that there should be not spreading of the misinformation regarding any product. Now it has also suggested other things: enhance food safety and compliance measures. So mandatory FSSAI license to food business operators. So there should be mandatory license to operate any kind of food businesses, and training for delivery personals. So there should be the training for the food safety and hygienic purpose who are delivering your foods, and also there should be the separate delivery for the food items and non-food items. Suppose that you have ordered shampoo and you have also ordered the cake and chocolates for you, so that should be come in a different packets, and if it has not come, you can also complain to the authorities. So because this is the FSSAI's mandated guidelines. Now it has also another aspect. So why FSSAI has taken such kind of the steps? So FSSAI had taken such kind of step in order to bring more surveillance and more transparency into this. So we can see that warehouses and delivery oversight. So the state authorities are directed to ramp up the inspection of e-commerce warehouses. So where the products are prepared, where the products are stored, so there must be inspection of all such kind of food products. And state level surveillance should be promoted, use mobile food safety vans and increase sample testing, especially in high traffic areas due to during peak tourist season. So there should be a visit by the state government to the warehouses. Also there should be the testing of the samples, especially in the high traffic areas. Suppose that in summers we have so much of tourist traffic in Shimla and other hill station. So there must be the lab check that whether they are serving the good products or not, and commitment to transparency. So it had also highlighted the importance of transparent and compliant e-commerce food sector to protect consumer health and build trust. So with all these discussion, what we got to know about that, why FSSAI has taken and suggested such kind of the guidelines, because FSSAI had called up for the meeting and various food business operators attended that meeting, and in that meeting they had decided that we need to follow these kind of norms, because several complaints have been raised related to the food safety. You can often see on the Twitter and various other social media platforms where users are complaining that they had delivered wrong foods, they had delivered stale food, they had delivered expired foods. So in order to maintain food security and food safety of the people, so that no consumer can have a bad product, we have to check such kind of things, and it is a responsibility of the food business operator that they must serve fresh food and they must serve the authorities and guidelines which has been suggested by the FSSAI. So in order to increase the transparency, safety, security and concerns related to the consumer health, such kind of regulations have been made, and FSSAI is doing a wonderful job by suggesting such kind of the guidelines. Now we'll come to the question part. The question is, which authority is responsible for regulating food safety standard in India, including those for e-commerce food businesses? Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, Central Pollution Control Board, Bureau of Indian Standard. So this is very easy one. You can answer into the comment section. And I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask in the comment section. And you have to also prepare this topic for your mains, that what is the role of FSSAI here? Is it a regulatory body which is preventing the food disaster and whatever the health hazard is happening with the consumer, how much FSSAI role is impactful here, and if it's diminishing and if it's lacking somewhere, what measures can be suggested so that it can strengthen more. So that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.